everybody, this is Michelle with Creative Operation and Country Craft Creations, and I have a walkthrough for you today. This is my prototype, and I used Happy Honk-oween, which is a new Halloween collection by Country Craft Creations. And what I will do in the tutorial is show you how to make this using Gingerbread Village. So these two were in my last design team package, and so I'm going to be using these. This is an 8x8 package, and that's what I'm going to use to show you. But I really wanted to make a prototype, and because I had Happy Honk-oween, I wanted to use this for the prototype, and I just couldn't wait because it's still October and I wanted to use some Halloween papers. So this is a gorgeous little collection. It's brand new from Country Craft Creations. Again, 8x8 pack that I got, and it has beautiful pictures and images. It's really pretty. I did do a haul video. I showed all the papers in that, so I'll put that down below so you can check that out. What I did do for this album was I wanted to use some of these 49 and Market binder mechanisms. These are available at Country Craft Creations. Again, link below so you can get them. And they come in a pack of 2. I really wanted to use them. So I have a pack of black and a pack of white. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to use the white in this one here. I believe I'm going to be using white artisan cardstock and maybe some brown, but I haven't quite decided yet. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to use the white binder mechanism in that one. But for the Halloween one, of course, I had to use the black one, and I wanted to try it out. And you guys, this worked really, really well. I'm super happy with it. So check it out at the store. It's really awesome. So let's get into the album. Let me show you what I made. This album is fairly large. It is 9.5 by 8 3/4, and I really wanted to utilize the 8x8 paper, so that's why it turned out to be that size. It is, let's see, 1.5 inches, 1.5 wide spine. Really fun. So I've got a pop-up mechanism inside for you, and then I've got the pages. So on the cover, I did, of course, the album is bigger than 8x8 paper, so I did do some layering here. I did use artisan cardstock. Here's the green. There's an orange. The orange was the vellum, the 8.5 by 11 packs. So I'll put links down below for the artisan cardstock so you can see all of the different kinds, but I just kind of went through what I had in my Country Craft Creations stash and picked Halloween colors. So again, the green and the orange, and then I just pieced some papers together to be able to cover this. And then this was a 4x4 cut apart that was in the package, so that's what I used for the cover. And again, I did a couple layers there. I did use the ribbon across the seam where the papers meet. This is the double-sided satin ribbon, really pretty. Put the gold on the outside. And then this is from a past purchase from Country Craft Creations. So honestly, I do not know if they're available or not. These are Graphic 45 flowers in black, and I still had them. I did purchase them from Country Craft Creations, so I used those on this. Did some fussy cutting with the little bits of ephemera pieces. They were little tiny bits that I did fussy cut out, but these are the candy corn, and then this says 13 and admit 1 here in the ticket. So that's kind of the decoration for it. The spine, let me open this up so you can see the spine. Looks like that. So I continued the spine with this paper, and then I fussy cut out these ghosts from the ephemera pack. The back cover looks like this, and then I fussy cut this out of the ephemera pack to put on the back. So that's what that looks like. So when you open this up, you have a pop-up mechanism here that it's really fun, and I want to show you. And then we have our pages, and here's our binder mechanism. And you guys, this, I got to tell you, it worked out really, really nice. So let's go through the binder, or through the pop-up first. I did use one magnet in here, again, available at Country Craft Creations. And I actually wanted the magnet to be over here and have it open this way, but I kind of goofed. So in the tutorial, I will do it the way I wanted to do it, but it really doesn't matter because it worked both ways anyway. So it's just a matter of, or a way of keeping the album closed. So I have the pages open up like this, and then this is the pop-up mechanism here, and let's see how this looks on camera. I stood up so I could see. So when you open this up, you have kind of a 3D effect with different size photo mats in here. Really fun to make and really easy. Super, super easy. I'm going to see if I can try and get it on its side so you can kind of see. And it's, of course, black artisan cardstock, so it's hard to see. But that's what this looks like from the side. Okay. Pretty fun. Very, very easy to make. So I thought that was kind of a fun way to do that with this album. And then it does lay flat. So you can, you know, go in and work on it. You could put your pictures in here. And yes, the pictures will get covered up a little bit. But that's kind of, you know, a fun way of doing a pop-up here. And then underneath the pop-up here on this space here, I did add just a glued pocket, and I put some extra bits in here. So the package of papers come with tags and then some cut aparts. So I just put those in here as well. And you know, on the back of this, look at that. Very, very cute. So there's just that little pocket here to put those bits, and then this will close up like so, and then that closes and holds everything together with the magnet. The spine here, it was interesting because I did a little paper piecing with one of the little cut aparts here, and then I fussy cut this Happy Halloween out there too to make this long enough to fit the height of the album. And then here is our mechanism. It's really cool. It opens and closes really easy. You just pinch them and that's it. And they just pop open and then they just pop close, and they're really nice. They are plastic, so you know, do be a little gentle with them, but it worked really well, and it's glued down there. This thing is not going anywhere. I did use, they come with adhesive strips. I did use the adhesive strip, but I also did add some art glitter glue to make sure that it did stay. So then what I did was I used the papers. I wanted to keep the 8x8 papers, and I made basically a scrapbook. So I did some photo mats here. I used the cut aparts here. And then I made a scrapbook, and we have areas. These are 4x6 photo mats. So of course you'll have to cut your 4x6s down, but that's what those are right there. And then I did some 4x3 ones here. And some of the mats I glued down on 3 sides, excuse me, so I could use the tags because they're too cute. Look at that cat. That cat is too funny. Twine from Country Craft Creations. And then this has a big 5x7 photo mat. And again, I pieced some of the papers together, added some strips here, and then this is a little page that I added in between. So this is this whole entire size is 4.5 by 6.5. But this album, you can add more in here as you go. I just kind of ran out of papers because I don't think I showed you, but like this is like all I have left. This full page here is actually the cover sheet. That's the only thing I didn't cut up. This is all that I have left. I used everything. So we have our big photo mats here. I fussy cut these cute little geese out in the photo frames on there. This page here, I did 2 smaller photos because I really wanted to show the papers because the papers are just adorable. I did, again, glue them on 3 sides so you can use your little tags because the tags are just too beautiful. I had to use them. And those just tuck under there. And then these right here. And look at that poor little dog. They tied him up in Halloween lights. Silly little thing. But isn't that cute? So that was a way that I could kind of show off the paper. So you've got a couple photo mats there. On this page here, I added, there's another insert here that I added, and if I take this out, I'll show you. That's what this layout looks like. So you've got 2 larger pictures and 2 smaller, and the 2 smaller have, again, tags behind them. And then I did add a label here so you could write the date or something like that. And then I did go through and with my scraps, tried to make another photo mat. So this was a piece that was left over, and I just love that little kitty cat. He looks so scared. But you've got a photo mat opportunity here, and then on the back, I kept my little geese in their photo mats, and then, or photo frames, I should say, and then you've got a photo mat here. So we have that. Isn't this cute? I think it's adorable. I love it. My grandkids are going to look so cute when I put their pictures in this album. And then the last page here, I've got a great big 4x7 page here. Then the back, behind the mechanism, I just did a simple pocket, and that's what that looks like. And then I had some leftover of the purple artisan vellum cardstock that I had. So then I used the border here on the inside, and then up here I got another label, but I wanted to kind of use up some of the scraps that I had left over, so I made that 5x7 booklet. So this has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages, 5 full pages, 2 inner pages. You could add more, again, depending on the paper collection that you use. If you use a 12x12, obviously you're going to have more paper, so you can make a few more like insert pieces. But with the 8x8, I was able to use the whole package, and I created a lot of places to put photos. So you have at least 4 and 5 opportunities if you count that one here. We have, there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and then you could put at least 3 in here. So at least 25 as is with how I made this book. So that's what I wanted to show you today. So we are going to recreate this using Gingerbread Village. Now do note that some of the ephemera pieces and everything are different in the other collection, so I may end up doing a few little different things, but the basics with the pop-up, with the page construction, the size of the album, that all will remain the same. So we'll get that done, and we'll see what it turns out to be. But again, this book is in total, it's 9.5 wide by 8 3/4, and has an 1.5 inch spine, and holds, at least at this point, 25 photos. So that's my walkthrough. I will be back soon with the tutorial. Hopefully I'm going to do it in the next couple days and get that out for you. I think it's going to be fun. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Stay crafty, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.